Everybody, welcome to my channel, Be Free Now with Maria. So today I'm going to start out with my bag of words to see what I'm inspired to share. And then I'm going to pick an affirmation from a deck that I have. Okay, let's see. So we're going to start out with this word, stress. Ooh, all right. And let's get one more word. Let's see. Oh, frustration. Okay. So stress and frustration. All right. We start out strong, don't we? Okay. So frustration, it made me think of when we let ourselves down and how frustrating that is to us and how much stress that causes us. But we tend to think that it is the external situations and circumstances that are causing stress. Now, of course, there are situations that can happen externally that are outside of our control and could disrupt our emotions as well. But what came to mind was the frustration that we cause to ourselves when we don't show up for ourselves, when we let ourselves down, when we doubt ourselves, when we think we're not good enough. And when we go in that path, we tend to stress ourselves out because we don't show up for ourselves. And we feel frustrated with the fact that, right, we're like on this hamster wheel, especially if we notice that we're on a hamster wheel and we're feeling stuck, right? We want to get unstuck and we don't want to be in that space because we know that that emotion, right, is causing us stress. There's something else we want to do for ourselves, but we're too scared to do it and we hold ourselves back. So what we say to ourselves matter. It's what's coming to mind with this as well. In other words, there are a lot of different things that we can do to break out of a situation and break out of a rut. But when we use words, right, to stimulate us into some form of change, we start to interrupt, the pattern and the flow that we have going on, right? Because when we're saying something that's uplifting or positive or grounding, we start to shift and we start to create a change from that shift. So before I go any further, which is the deck that I intended to use before we started, it's this one here. It's the Power Thought cards by Louise L. Hay. And let's pick a card, right, to see what affirmation we could use, or just an example, right, of using an affirmation to bring ourselves out of that space when we're just talking negative to ourselves and not loving ourselves or being gentler with ourselves or kinder to ourselves. Okay, let's see. I love that. I release all fears and doubts. Okay. It says, okay, so this is the affirmation. I accept myself and create peace in my mind and heart. So there's more that I'm going to read, but just that one alone, right? If we just affirm that to ourselves, it may seem like, well, these are words that don't really have any meaning. But when we repeat them softly and gently to ourselves, as we breathe and take it in, not just say it really quick, we want to just sit with the words, almost like marinate in them, right? Then we start to move the energy in our body and in our psyche. The next one is, I now choose to free myself from all destructive fears and doubts. Oh my goodness, that is so powerful. I now choose to free myself from all destructive fears and doubts. Now that's beautiful and powerful, right? Because it is one where we are asserting something that we're going to do for ourselves. And the more we say that, right, the more we're going to want to see it come to fruition. We're not just going to say that to ourselves one time. We repeat it multiple times. And then what ends up happening, right, is that we want to see it come to fruition. We don't want to just keep on saying it and then not see it. So the more we say it to ourselves, the more we imprint it, and the more we say it to ourselves as we're slowing ourselves down, right? The more we shift the energy within ourselves, and the more it's imprinted within our subconscious mind, and the more then we want to see it into fruition. And so that means that anything that we're doing that is fostering that is, we're going to become more sensitive to it. In other words, we're going to notice, oh, I just did that, and that kind of goes against, right, what I've been saying or affirming to myself. We become more sensitive to that with the repetition, and the more we do it. And the last one on the card says, I am loved and I am safe. I am loved and I am safe. So I'm going to put this here in case you want to take a picture of that. I am loved and I am safe. Now, the last one is so beautiful and special because it may sound like just, simple words to a certain extent, but it's not, right? It's I am loved and I am safe. That is a way to connect, right, with something that's very powerful. The feeling of love creates a positive feeling within us. And when we're feeling loved, we tend to feel good. And when we feel safe, right, we tend to feel good as well. And we also tend to feel more confident or more daring or more courageous because we're feeling loved and safe. We're not feeling as doubtful of ourselves or as uncertain about ourselves or our abilities, right? We're shifting into seeing ourselves through more whole, comprehensive, beautiful lens, as opposed to fragmented lens that leaves us feeling yucky inside, for lack of a better word. So yeah, that's what's coming to mind. That's the affirmation that is being shared with us today. And I'm going to end with that. If this video has helped you in some way, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so that you can be notified when I upload further videos. Bye for now and have a beautiful day.